Hello again everyone, time for another virtual on the buses filming locations tour. Today we're going to be covering Prestatyn Sands Holiday Camp in North Wales. Go on over to our software on Google Maps and Street View. Here we can see the holiday camp here from above. Just to say, there's some parts of here that obviously Google doesn't cover, obviously it can't get to, so I'll just point them out from up above. You've got the Bolton Lake, it's now a go-kart track. That is where Stan gets chased through by Blakey, runs up this path here, runs up this alleyway between the two blocks, and then when Blakey finally runs into the nurse and rips her uniform off, that's where he gets sacked, right there. And then he gets told to get out, and he walks off in this direction. So that's where all that was was filmed. Obviously, you've got the main block here. The main block. This is a ballroom area here where they filmed all the dancing scenes and all of that. That was all in the ballroom. At the front here is a reception area. In the reception area as well, you've got an offshoot which is now a cafe, but that was back in the day. That was then the amusement arcade. The amusement arcade today has moved up to this location here into a bigger space for the amusement arcade. So that covers those locations that we can't cover on Google Street View. So if we take us down to ground level, so here's the gates to the holiday camp here. You can see the plaque on the wall there that denotes them actually filming here in 1973 for Holiday on the Buses. That was put up by the Welsh Film Heritage, part of the North Wales Film Heritage Trail. Now, this is where you see the motorbike coming down with the family on it. Turn around the corner here, and they come up to Blakey and Stan and Jack, who are all standing here waiting. So if you look over there, that is where Blakey's office is. The way that the Google Street View, it's not allowing me to get a good enough angle to look right at the into the security block, but it's exactly as was in the film. As you can see, so's the gates, although it's just changed colour to black now, whereas back in the day they were like a battleship grey colour. So if we head along into the holiday camp and stop right here, because this is a first aid room here, where Joan had a waiting room, and the treatment room was in here, all in this little block here. That's all gone today. It's no longer a first aid room. It's solely to store and repair tricycles that they use at the holiday camp. So that's all that area is actually used for now. They've knocked down all the walls where they divided walls where they divided the waiting area from the treatment rooms, if you see what I mean. So it's just one big vast space there for storing and repairing tricycles. Next to that, we've got the swimming pool here. Swimming pool is when you see at the end, towards the end of the film, you see Blakey and the manager walking along here, and the camp manager says you seem to have sex on the brain, Blake. That was filmed just right here. All the swimming pool scenes were actually inside there, but obviously for obvious reasons Google Street View won't stretch that far into there. Carry on and turn around and look back. This is where you see in the scene when you see Mavis and her mum coming along on the tricycle, cycling towards the camera. We know it's here because you can see the swimming pool on their right hand side, our left as we look. Now, where Blakey stands and he examines his security team, and it's not Richard Keel, I'll say again, one of them, that was Jimmy, a Pontins employee. You've got the swimming pool block in the background that you see, so they were doing lined up just around about here. If you look at the old gent on the far hand side of it, he was actually gaffer on the film, Ted Hallows, and he worked on ITC stuff. He was employed at Elstree Studios for about 10, 11 years, so he was the only one in the queue that wasn't actually a Pontins, a bona fide Pontins security man at the time. Obviously here is the main gate doors where Stan and Jack go into at the start of the film. And the Lodeca would have been parked around about here for the scenes that you see it parked outside, just around about here. We know that because you've got the same houses and Clwydian mountains in the background there. Now I'm going to go down as far as I can in this direction, probably around about here. Around the corner here is where the area is that used to be the staff canteen. So I'll take you up to... So that block there is where the staff canteen area used to be. And it was the bona fide, the Pontins staff canteen that they actually filmed the canteen scenes in, and the kitchen area as well. That as well has now been totally gutted, and it's just used as a storeroom for repairing of stuff from around the holiday camp. All the kitchen equipment and all that's gone out of the kitchen area as well. So next we'll move you on to the most filmed area of the holiday camp, and this is a block here that they filmed in, where the Butler chalet was, the Briggs chalet was, and Mavis's chalet was, and where the drains blew up in Blakey's face. Now, back in the day when they filmed here, there would have been another block here as well. Thankfully there isn't now, because we can get right in and actually see on Google Street View the actual where all the blocks were. So if I zoom in here, that would have been in the film 311, and that would have been 313. Today it's 407 and 409. Butler chalet, Briggs chalet. So just remember that as the Butler chalet, the Briggs chalet. If you remember the scene when you see the Stan and Jack coming back with the toilet, and they walk down the side of our this building here, and they walk round the corner and they drop it here in amongst bushes in front of what would have been our chalet block here. We know it's here because when you see Bert goes and gets Lily and walks her up the path here, it's the only place that we see, you can see the hills over the back of the chalet block there. So that's another clue that they actually filmed it here as well. This chalet block was demolished around about 1980s, I think it was. But this was Mavis's chalet up here. We know it was Mavis's chalet because if you watch the film, when you see Stan runs up a flight of stairs, and there's an angled chalet block, there's the angled chalet block there, and that's the only place in the whole holiday camp that gives you that angle with an angled chalet block behind our flight of stairs leading up to the upper deck of that chalet block there. So this area here would have been commandeered by Hammer for filming. The lesser cast and the lesser crew would have been put up in chalet blocks here as well, would have been cordoned off, so they wouldn't have allowed any holiday makers to come in here. Anyone that you did see in the film probably would have been paid extras for the part. That building over there is the Beaches Hotel. That is a hotel that the likes of Anna Karen, Reg Varney, Bob Grant, Stephen Lewis would have all stayed in, and the writers, the producer and such like there. So that covers about everything that we've done in the camp. What I'm going to take you out to now is out to the beach that they filmed the stranded bus on that got stuck in the sand. And that would have been filmed here at Barkby Beach. If you have a look, you can see, I can only take you out onto the Barkby Beach car park area. But there is a ramp that affords you to drive down. You look at that ramp and then you can drive right down and onto the beach, you see. That's where they would have brought the bus down, driven it onto the beach, obviously when the sand was nice and firm, and then it would have got stuck in the sand. Locals did put me off the trail when I was looking for this location, because they said that it was at Talica, but Talica Beach is there. And I've walked all the way around Talica Beach, and it's certainly not there, and it's much more of a rocky disposition on the shoreline, so it's definitely not there. We know it's there because it affords a perfect view. There's a little white house, I think that might be it there, that you see in the film if you look at it closely, and you see the hills with our radio transmitter on the hills in the background here as well, which all tallies with Barkby Beach perfectly. Okay, so that just about covers. I'm going to cover all the other North Wales locations in a separate video. So, but that covers our ones for Prestatyn holiday camp, Prestatyn Sands, Pontins Prestatyn Sands, sorry. So I'll call it a day just now, and I'll be back within the next couple of weeks to upload the North Wales filming locations tour. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed this, and I'll see you again soon.